Hey guys, welcome back. Today this is SimRaid YT. We'll be in the dungeon maps and we'll be doing the Spirit Keep. So before we get it underway, we'll just discuss a bit about the Spirit Keep. So as you can see here, the skills of the Spirit Keeps: attacks all enemies, damage increases according to his champion's current HP, damage is based on attack. She has Cleansing Spring, removes all debuffs from this champion, places a block debuff based on this champion for 2 turns. Heals this champion by 20% of their max HP at the start of each turn. And Almighty Immune passive, immune to stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, block active skills, block passive skills, fear, true fear, petrification debuffs. Also immune to HP effects, HP balancing effects, and cooldown increasing effects. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll show you my Great Hall so you can see that I'm only a low level player. And I just want to show what I can achieve at the level I'm at. As you can see, I'm a low level. I'm working on accuracy, which is probably the best thing for everyone to work on. Increase your accuracy, gives better chance for your skills to work on your champions. So my plan is to go through here, get all accuracies to level 10s, and then I'll work on crit damage, and probably HP and attack after that. Now, the champions I'll be using today will be Legendary Champion Mother Sibeli. Now, the reason I use her is she has a 24% speed increase, so she'll be the lead off champion. I have her over around the 250 mark, 247 here in speed, accuracy around 180. Now, being 180 accuracy, that'll be good up to like stage 18, because you work on about 10 accuracy per stage. So if you're doing a stage 10, you want 100 accuracy, stage 20, 200. But she shouldn't be too prominent because she doesn't really need accuracy so much, because she's not there to do damage to the enemy. She's there more for the role of keeping our champions alive with her skills. Now, her main skill here is Soul Shepherd. Places a revive on death buff and a 60% increased defense buff on allies for 2 turns. Revive on death, increased defense. I do have it booked out, so it's down to 3 turns. Uncanny Treasuries transfers her other skill with this champion HP equal to or higher than the target's champion. So what that means, if you have another champion in your team which is about to die or very low in health, and Mother Sibeli is high health, transfer it across. So what I'll do then is transfer that Mother Sibeli's HP to the other champion, and then she'll have a buff on her where she can't take damage for the next turn or anything, which will allow her then to increase her skill back up. The masteries, we've got her in offensive gear and defense build for masteries, which will help her with the team. Our next champion we'll be doing is Alexander, the sharpshooter possibility. He'll be in the team. As you can see, his masteries here, we have it set up on offensive gear and in support, just to help himself, help him keep alive. We have him in 187 speed, so the more speeds you can put on the champions, the better. It allows them to take more turns over your enemies. His critical damage here, what have we got? 140, 150 in critical damage, so we want to increase that over time as well. And his accuracy is only around 168. But as we progress through the game, yes, we will increase that as we go. We'll get better items, better gear. As you can see here, we don't have 6-star gear, we only have 5-star gear on some of the champions. I just upgrade them as I continue playing the game. We'll have Solus here. He'll be another nuker in the team, so we have him set up to 156 damage, 200 accuracy, so he should be good up to level stage 19, 20 in accuracy. His speed is 180, 191 in speed, so he's pretty quick, As you want your speed champions, your healers not going first, and then you come in with your nukers. His skills are really Reign of Terror, attacks all enemies, increase the duration of all debuffs on each target by 1 turn, then place a provoke debuff. We've got enemies for 1 turn, place a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns equal to 30% of damage inflicted. We've got some shield and provoke on him and cooldown to 4 turns. Wave of Despair, attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 75% chance to remove a buff. Places a provoke debuff on this champion. Buff is what is removed. His masteries, we've got him in offensive gear and defense. You see here, Hell Smash has a 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense skill that ignores defense. This 25% is in addition to the amount ignored by the skill. What other champions we're going to bring in here? We'll bring in Madame Ceres. We have a look at her masteries. She's in defense and support role. You know, because it's not so much her doing any damage, it's just for her skills which are going to be there. Attacks one enemy, has a 20% chance of placing fear debuff 1 turn. This chance increases to 30% if the target is under 1 debuff. Increases to 45% if the target is under 2 or more debuffs. And so you get additional damage with the books here. Trick or Treat. Attacks all enemies, has a 40% chance of stealing 1 random buff from each target. Places a block debuff on all enemies for 2 turns if any buff is stolen. Places a true fear debuff for 1 turn on enemies which have a buff stolen. Damage bases on attack, true fear, block damage, block debuffs. It's on a 3 turn because it's being booked down. Midnight Ritual. Removes all buff from enemies. This is what she's going to be in our team for. Places a 50% decreased attack debuff and a 60% decreased defense debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. So this will really allow our nukers to hit hard then when they do their attacks, because the enemies are going to have decreased defense and decreased attacks, so when they attack us won't do as much damage either. And being booked out, we have it on 4 turns. Oh, we have one more champion in the team, and that will be Royal Guard. Now the Royal Guard, we have him around the 154 crit damage, accuracy of 209, so he'll be good up to stage 20 because, you know, as I said before, stage 20 by 10, that's 200 accuracy. We have him at 170, 181 speed, and his skills is takedowns. His skill attacks all enemies, damage increases according to enemy max HP. So this is where his nuker comes in, and with the additional damage here. His masteries, as you know, we have him in War Master to decrease that damage, you know, because that's where he's there. He's a nuker just to do that damage. Has a 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage is equal to 10% of the target champion's max HP or 4% of the target's max HP when attacking bosses. Bonus damage can only occur once per skill and does not count as an extra hit. That's what he's there, defense, and he'll be in support as well. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a rundown, you know, what champion's going to use, and just to show you, you know, even with that Great Hall of being such a low level, you can get pretty far. You know, as long as you set up your champions correctly. Every champion is different, so just read what their skills are, what they, you know, they can do for you, and just put a mixture. As I say, in my team, I like to have Mother Sorbelli as the lead, because as you see, she has Aurora, increased allied speed in battles for 24%. I have Madame Ceres here to remove buffs. And then I have my nukers in here just to do the damage, you know, to win the fights as quick as possible. And just keep increasing them. As you get more items along the way, if you get a better item, just upgrade and put those items into your champions. Okay, guys, well, we'll get underway. Stage 1. These battles will be very quick because, you know, we're using level 60 champions, and they're set up pretty well. So these are quick battles. It's more about just showing how I set up champions, so it gives you a chance of what you could use as well. Hey, you know, and what levels I am. So we got 1100 silver and one of the small potions there. Okay, that was stage 1 of the Spirit Keep.